What's up, folks? My name is Trail, better known as Budget Bill, and today I have another stimulus update video for you. Today, we want to discuss the latest news around the second stimulus check as the Senate has returned from their recess break. A lot of times has gone by, which has led to more Americans being stressed out of not knowing what the future holds, while the Senate was out enjoying their lives with their families with no worries at all. I know, and we can't do a thing about it, but wait for them to return. Well, they have returned, so let's go ahead and discuss the latest details surrounding this second stimulus check. But before we get started, if this is your first time to the channel, hey, welcome and glad to have you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be a part of it. I would appreciate it. Also, be sure to like this video as it really helps the channel grow. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. What's up, guys, and thanks for sticking around. So the Senate has finally back to work, and all the Americans around the world are hoping to get a glimpse of what this new package is going to include. Well, this is the first day back, so Monday was just a lot of talking back and forth, but we did hear and get a glimpse of the information that is definitely useful as everything is laid out on the table. Well, y'all know the HEROES Act was passed by the House about 1 to 2 months ago and literally sitting in the possession of the Senate with no progress at all. That would have been the easiest thing to negotiate and make changes as needed, but no. The Senate obviously wanted to create their own bill and present it to both sides in hopes to get a bipartisan vote in the near future. And so previously, the Republicans have been calling for a $1 trillion package, while the Democrats have been asking for a $3 trillion package. Nancy Pelosi has not been happy with the amount of money that has been thrown around for the maximum budget. She is stating that a $1 trillion package is just not enough to get the things done that's needed for the American people. But after today, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, which is who is drafting this newest bill, stated that the second package is going to be around $1.2 to $1.3 trillion. And he said that that is the maximum budget they are willing to go with, which is a good thing because the more money in the stimulus budget could lead to more money for the American people in the next big fat stimulus check. Now, Steve Mnuchin was interviewed earlier in which he reiterated that they plan on having the next round of stimulus package figured out before the end of July. That appears to be the goal of everyone, which means there's going to be a lot of give and take in order to get this thing done by then, especially since we have the unemployment benefits expiring at the end of this month, because they don't want to drag this on any further, especially considering that Congress has another recess break around August the 7th. So they definitely want to get this thing done by July 30th. So Steve Mnuchin is planning on having an intense meeting tomorrow with Republicans to get an idea of where everything is and where everything is headed and to catch them up on what has transpired over the weekend. They also want to phone in the Democrats to get their thoughts on what they have so far and what needs to be done in order to get a bipartisan vote for this bill. Steve Mnuchin also mentioned that they are wanting to get the back to work incentive bonus as well as the extension of unemployment benefits included in the next bill. He wants to make sure that Americans are not getting paid the $600 per week to stay at home and do nothing. So they want to extend the benefits but also improve them to eliminate those who are actually taking advantage of the system. And then we have Mr. Trump. He was interviewed by Fox News today, and he stated that he is still wanting to get those payroll tax cuts included in the next bill. But surprisingly, Congress is not really supporting it at all. So that might be removed from the proposal altogether. Now, Trump also stated that in the interview that he is also pushing for more funding to produce the vaccines and more money for the schools to be protected from the spread of the virus. But so far, there has been no mention of whether those items will make the cut or not. And then we have Mitch McConnell. He stated that he mentioned over and over again that the one thing that Republicans will not budge on is the liability protections for businesses. Mitch McConnell stated that that particularly is non-negotiable and he is standing by it 100%. So they definitely can't leave that thing out. Here's what we know so far. The Republicans have the number one priority, which is to have the liabilities protection for businesses. Then they want to remove the $600 unemployment benefit and offer a back to work incentive. There was some talks about lowering that $600 weekly payment to about $200 to $400 payment, but there wasn't much support for that as well. And then Mr. Trump wants the payroll tax cuts, and both sides are agreeing for another big fat stimulus check. However, they want to place a salary cap on who actually receives the next stimulus check. I know Mitch McConnell recently threw out a $40,000 annual salary cap, but he stated that that was just a generic number he threw out and that was not set in stone. But we could see that number pop up here shortly. And even all of those things that are expected to be included in the proposal bill, we still have no mention of any type of hazard pay. Even as the cases around the country are increasing at a rapid pace, there is still no support for hazard pay. That's just sick. Now, real quick, I know you may see a lot of YouTubers or articles on the internet that might mention that we are expected to get a $2,000 big fat stimulus check or perhaps a reoccurring amount every month. These are just speculations to get people to click on them. Personally, I don't think that we will get more than $1,200 again. Perhaps it could be as high as $2,000, but I honestly think that another $1,200 stimulus check is in store for us. And then not everyone who received a check the first time will receive one the second time. So I would advise you not to get your hopes up too much until we know further details as they unfold this week and next week. I would suggest you focus on receiving another $1,200 big fat stimulus check only. And as a follow-up to the $500 payments for the dependents, if you receive the first big fat stimulus check of $1,200 and didn't receive the $500 for each dependent, the IRS is stating that those should be sent out by the end of July. So if that's you and you are expecting to receive that additional money, then you could be receiving it as early as this week. But remember, the IRS and the Treasury have thrown out dates in the past that didn't always turn out to be exact. So you should start paying attention in the mail for those to arrive in the near future. And those are my stimulus news updates for today. If you enjoyed these stimulus update news videos, definitely give this video a like, as it definitely helps out with the growth of this channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is a great time to click on the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell next to it, so you can be notified every time I upload new videos. Again, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.